Hello everyone, Switch Double here. I decided to do another update, and there will be a small announcement about these updates and a few more key tips and parts I want to talk about. First of all, um, I have been worked on a few stories, and I did mention I was going to work on a few artist stories on my separate list, and well, I do get mentioned. Like I said before, that those stories would be with audio, only as an audio. But in fact, I have only made maybe one or twice two videos with both music and text for my own separate list. And one of the stories that I'm going to work on next with both music and text for my personal or my own separate list will be Fleur de Lis with Shining Armor. And the second one is, well, um, yeah, there is a few actually. Yeah, Rob. The one is a remake of Lofty and Holiday. For some reason, that story was flagged as copyright on it. I don't ask me why. I mean, that was a that was an actually fan-made picture that I found. So, so it turned out it was a copyright, and I don't know why. And another announcement that is all right. The 15th April the 15th is going to be mine and my girlfriend Andrea's second year's anniversary. So we want to. So I decided to do another Q&A video. But from this one, I decided maybe it was time to maybe so everyone else could have been asking my girlfriend some questions. And surprise enough, of all the questions we received, I cannot imagine how many people were so up to this. To be honest, this is the actually very first time that anyone will ever hear her voice. Hopefully this works, but still, around 40 plus questions to both her and me. I was really surprised that she was really up for this idea, because when I first mentioned this to her, I didn't expect that she would be okay with it. Maybe that she would be nervous or maybe terrified something. Well, I can tell she was really up to this idea. And some of the other ideas that I have been worked on recently, well, going to, is one story about Tempest Shadow. I recently had made one story called Tempest Journey. Well, I made the script about a year ago, or at least last year, but never had a time to record it until now. And that story is scheduled to be up on my channel within, let's see here on my separate list, actually on, wow, supposed to be only up for about a day ago. Sorry about that, I almost forgot about to post it, but it will be up today. But the new story I'm going to be part of, I can't tell much detail since I basically hadn't even started on the script yet. But I get no notice on some details. Tempest is visiting Twilight in Ponyville. Twilight have been learning this new spell, and but I haven't decided if it's going to be like a time travel uh, spell, or being sending Tempest to an ultimate dimension. I'm not so sure yet. Since time travel spells were quite advanced, and since only two known were be exempt to be working, two were made up by stars. The first one was only for a short time, but the other one could almost perfect working. But that one was destroyed by Temp, Starlight, and Twilight. So I haven't even decided from which, if there was going to be Ultimate Timeline or another Ultimate Dimension or something like that from a Tempest story. But otherwise from that, there are still a very few other stories that haven't been worked on. And a few other announcements. Um, since I have been working on the new series, Discord Secret Daughter, so far I have been worked on 5 chapters being recorded, and I have been started working on the chapter 6. And many people may ask, how many chapters will it be? That is unclear at the moment, because the first time I made the first series about a Fire Love, for example, ended up to be 10 chapters, which I didn't expect to be that. And if you may ask, if there's going to be another 10 chapters of this one, will the last one also be like an hour long? That I can't say, because I never expected that would be that long. So that current series is still on the progress, even though I haven't been working on it yet. And there are still a few stories that I have been considered to start working on, but just never had the time or never felt to do so. You may ask why? Well, as much as has going on right like now, like with the virus was going on, and um, I don't know, people are worried, scared, which I don't blame them. But otherwise, there are still quite a few projects that I had in mind to do. Some are had been found by my girlfriend, some remakes to do, but otherwise there is still plenty of stories to made. And I know that there are many who would consider it. Why don't I just take a break from all this? And and people may want even wonder, why are you still going to work when this virus is going on, and that people are supposed to be trying to stay home as much as possible? Well, I can see it from many people are getting worried about that. Yes, and considering from that my work is, we have around 70 people in total almost. But lately, when I was at work last week, there weren't not that much people. Maybe half of the staff of the people around there. So considering from that and how much people are getting sick, not necessary to be the new coronavirus, but it could be the cold, the flu, or just having a fever. But still though, I am still perfect healthy as for now. And even if I were having a cold or something, I would still work on the stories, as always. But there's still many to be made, and plenty more to be found. I mean, I have found so many OCs with canon characters, like say if you take some, say for example, with the character somewhat fan made with, say, Shining Armor, for example, which there are some, and Trixie with some others, but like I said, there are so many to do, and some of the stories I had found, which only had one picture, and I cannot say exactly how many I want to do to be make. If I want to make an other story, I can maybe do, I don't know, 2 to 3 stories per day. Depends if I need some break between other, but otherwise 2 to 3 stories per day. But I still take requests, and even though I have been worked on a few stories over the past few years, past few weeks, the past few months, and since after this virus came public, I wanted to make something to maintain the happiness or entertainment on my channel. Because I don't know how many of my subscribers or viewers are home from work doing during well, since most of my artist subscribers are in their 18 to maybe like later years. So I don't know how many of them are currently working from home, depending on what work they have. And but yeah, and even though there are so many things that I want to make happy people happy, my stories are there to maintain happiness and not to be worried. And believe me, people, I'm scared as you are. There are so many ways we can try to stop this virus from happening. But at least as we all keep it from distant. And always remember the safety protections. Like always wash your hands for 20 seconds. And or use this hand soap with alcohol in it, like on your hands. But make sure scrubbing them carefully. And if you have sneezed, doing that in your arm break. Otherwise, you're safe. But like I said, there are so many stories that I have been dying to make. Well, not literally, but dying, but wanted me to make. And since I have put some of the stories on hold for a while and tried to work on them, and some other stories that I decided to make on the side. But otherwise, there are many stories to be made, and I have made a few stories on my separate list that is already been up or been recorded. And one of the stories that is going to be with text and music on my separate list is Twilight and Shirley, which had been asked by my girlfriend or someone else, I don't remember exactly, considered how many people ask my stories almost daily basis. So don't blame me for how many people have been asking if I don't never mention your particular name or username, because I mean, how many people have been asking that particular story? Well, don't blame me on that one. I mean, seriously, so many people, and I cannot even keep a track on everyone. Sorry, but I do have a few stories that have been text and music. But I will try to make it both, if as much as possible. Some of the stories I have made are long. Some are around from 30, maybe 40 minutes long. But most of them are with, but the majority is with audio. But there are a few that with text and music. And I can tell there is one named Kudos and Rarity, and that one is music and text. I don't exactly remember how long the story ended up to be, but I can take a look. Just a moment here. Well, that was around 30 minutes long. So, consider from this, and I can also tell another story. And I mean, not as a love or true friend story, but this is another odd story, um, like Tempest Journey. It's called Spitfire's Wonderbolt Fright. That was a story that I had made a while back. And Twilight Challenge will also be up on the channel if it hasn't been up already. But that is all for now, people. I know that many are still scared and worried about this new virus going on, and that, but all we have to do is keep you safe. And if you haven't been insulated yourself from your home from work for maybe 2 to 3 weeks, not necessarily to have not necessarily to have the virus itself, but if you have any ideas to do what to do, I do have. Watch on TV, watch some movies, maybe Skype with your friends, or play some games on computer or the Xbox or whatever you have. And if you're one of my subscribers, listen to one of my stories. That might help. And but yeah, I know that many are scared, worried, and are right these days. Perfectly safe, perfectly, it is perfectly understandable. And believe me, even I am scared. But always keep an eye for any signs and just stay safe. That's all I can ask. Well, everyone, I know I'm sorry that this update were a little bit longer than I usually do, but like I said, there were a few details that I want to talk about, some other announcements and sort of things. So, but yeah, so that's all I want to say for now. And keep safe and have a smile on your face every time you're feeling sad or listen to some music or something. But as always, and but yeah, and this is Switch Diablo over and out.